Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. This is Carlos Garcia, CEO of GAR Capital. Thank you so much again for stopping by. It is June 4th, 9:04 a.m. in the morning. For some reason, when I tend to start at 9 a.m., people don't really get on right away. So, I'm trying to give it a couple of minutes so everyone joins in, so we can answer some questions here and there. All right, let's see here. Let's take a look and see pre-market. Dow futures are down 89 points after soaring yesterday. Nasdaq nearly tapped all-time highs in the Nasdaq 100. NDX, which is or NQ, which is the futures, is a smidge off all-time highs as we get closer to 10,000. Even in futures, 3102 down about 15 handles, and Russell 2000 index down about 0.87%. VIX up about 1.48%. Bitcoin futures are up 0.73. Gold is up 1% after being down for the last couple of days. Silver up 1.60. Bonds are flat. Dollar yen down slightly, 108.71 for my Forex people. And the dollar is up slightly today, and gas and futures are up slightly. Let's go and take a look here at pre-market movers together. And I can tell you right off the rip, the one that's moving up is Boeing. Boeing is up about another 5%. We had calls yesterday twice. It is a great chart. We'll take a look at it again and take a look at our next stop. Airlines are up. We had DAL yesterday, Delta Airlines, and we actually closed that for some profit. We actually added some Delta Airlines to our portfolio with our investment club and some Boeing yesterday. So we are looking at some nice profits. So it looks like airlines all up. Boeing is up about 5%. Macy's is down about 2%. MGM, the casinos, up about 6%. So again, leisure, airlines, industrials up. Even the banks, Wells Fargo is up too. Moderna is up about 2.6%. So we've called it, as we got from Tony Dwyer, banks and tanks. That's what we call it. Banks and tanks are up. Looks like the rotation into banks and tanks. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the news that came out today. We had some ADP news, which is the private payroll numbers while I bring it up here. Private payroll numbers. Oh, eBay raises a revenue, Q2 guidance. Also, if I can bring up the ADP number that came out today at 8:30. Initial jobless, ADP was yesterday. Jobless claims were actually more than expected, 1.87 million versus 1.83 million. Continuing claims, about 21 million currently. Let's see. Slumping future spike after ECB nearly doubles emergency QE program. So the ECB is all in on printing more money. So let's go ahead and leave it at that. A couple of names here. Drea says about Apple. My thoughts on Apple. Well, we have Apple calls. We still like it, of course. We got in for next week calls. And let's go ahead and bring up a daily and we can give us some room here. And you can see all-time highs are coming. Break 327.85. We are home. And looks like that V-shaped recovery. Guys, we talked about this on our videos that I posted on Instagram. I think it was March 23rd when we had the investment seminar. We talked about stocks and we talked about that we will recover. The United States is not over, and I think we were right. And we talked about getting into Apple around $230. And if you took our advice, we soared. So I think you should just stick with it. And yes, we're going to continue to the upside. 327.85 is the high, and we'll get into there, and we're going to get that stock, that trade today. Not today, but maybe tomorrow, and we'll see where we go. Tomorrow is non-farm payroll. WMG, Warner Music Group. When it comes to, that's an IPO. I'm not going to get into that. If you want to get something to the music space, the only name I would get into is Spotify. But music nowadays, they don't make as much money in regards to record sales. Everything's streaming now. So I wouldn't want to play that personally. Just a heads up. And I'm looking at Win. Win could be very interesting for a call. If you want to take a look at Win. Win broke that 50% retracement. Take a look at that, guys. Win may be interesting for a call. I'll be looking at that with my team. Or maybe, just maybe buy the stock. We'll see. I don't have any casinos on my portfolio, but I did add to DAL, which is the airlines, and I did buy some Boeing yesterday. Want to take a look at Boeing with me? We can do that. Boeing, I have an alert at 188.18. If we bring up a daily chart, let's go and maximize this sell. So what I don't have here, guys, is the Fibonacci retracement. So we're going to go and do that together from the highs on the daily for 391 all the way down to the lows of 89. You can see, I'll turn on this here. 38.2 fib is 204.36. We did break the 50-day moving average. Looks like a breakout here. Take a look at 204.36. Should be coming through. Very nice. Why is TVIX up? Well, the VIX is up. That's why. VIX is up 1.36%. Stocks are down slightly right now. So take a look at Boeing. Could be a play, but again, could be risky here. But again, if you own the stock, we bought some. If you want to buy some, then you could target 200. 200 would be my next price target on this name, as things do change to the upside for the industrials and the airlines. 204 is the 38.2 fib on the daily. Take a look at that, guys. Apple should go as well. I'm going to keep an eye on the win. Win is a breakout. Let's see what else is here. The other one is DAL. DAL is breaking out as well. So again, we had that yesterday. Let me go and bring this up here. Yeah, breaking out of that fib. 28.47, 28.35, 23.6 fib. That's what we played. Next target should be up around 35. And again, we have a lot more to go to get to 63. So if you did buy here, I think it's be a good one though. Be a good one to buy here. That's the only airline that I would want to buy, guys. Just heads up. Couple of names that I'm looking at today. You also want to look at banks today, banks and tanks. And you can see JP Morgan is up. We bought that stock as well. We're actually green on it. And we can go ahead and add some retracement levels here on the daily together. We can put the retracement level here 141.10 all the way down to 76.51. $76.91, excuse me. Go and pull this up here. There you go. And you can see that break of the 38.2 fib. The next stop would be 107.71, which is that 100-day moving average. The 50% retracement is 109.01 on JPM. If you want to take a look at Citigroup, that's another one. We're going to go ahead and add another Fibonacci retracement on the daily to 83.11 all the way down to 52.32. And you see that break of that 38.2 fib as well. And then your next stop is 56.55. So again, I just want to keep an eye on the banks and the tanks. That's the rotation that we're getting into. Morning, Carlos. Thoughts on AAL calls? AAL is moving just like all the other airlines. You could take a look at that. Again, just be very careful, Chloe, on this one. Again, I think DAL is a better play. You can see not much movement there, but let's see on the hourly. Hourly is breaking out. If you look at the daily, it's a little different. So let's go ahead and add some fib retracements here on the daily. It did break the 50-day, which is good. 34.99. We go back down to 8.25. There you go. Still got a lot of room to get to the 23.6. If you go on the hourly chart, you can see it is a nice breakout above this resistance here of 12.49. I personally think DAL will be a better play. We actually had it yesterday when we closed it. Thoughts on Save today? Oh, you're welcome, Giselle. Your thoughts on Save today? Save is the same thing. It's Spirit Airlines. Again, guys, airlines, same deal. I'd personally rather be into DAL. I think DAL would be a better play. But if we take a look at Save, it is breaking out, which is nice. If you're looking at an investment, that's different. I'd rather be in DAL. If you're looking at the trade, make sure to look at the options volume. But Save, AAL, DAL, airlines, industrials, and banks, guys, are moving today. So keep that in mind. Banks and tanks. That's what you really want to see. All right, guys? All right, team. I'll go and leave it there. If you have any questions, feel free to message us on Instagram or write a comment here. We'll answer them for you. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment on our YouTube channel. We really do appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note. And thank you so much for your time.